You see a lot of Zerg players scouting, defending, and the game moves on, but we're not really getting past that stage. And hopefully that can change coming into this next game, because we are loading into merry-go-round. Hopefully see either a better defense, a completely different opening from Sen that we don't even see that type of attack, but the way it's going, it's like you could just do it anyway and pick up a 3-0.
It seems that way, doesn't it? It actually seems that way. Well, the game is loaded now, so we're going to have to wait and see how Jaedong is going to play this game. It could very well be his last game of the tournament.
There's San looking to move on here. 2 easy games. Will he be able to get that third now? This man on screen needs to make a change. We're loaded into the next map. Merry-go-round. Let's jump right into this one here, Moonglade. Very excited to see if Jaedong can do something. Otherwise, we will be moving on to the next round straight away. All right, here we go. Up here to the top right-hand side is the red Protoss player. Playing for Yowie Flash Wolves. 2 simple strategies, 2 simple wins. It's San. And his opponent has to make a change here. Down to the south side of merry-go-round is the blue Zerg player playing for Team Evil Geniuses. It's Jaedong.
Cannot lose this game.
Cannot now.
Absolutely not, Apollo. Otherwise, he is going home.
Yeah.
A very sad man.
And what a sad story he'd have to go home with as well.
It would be, well, he'd be going to San Jose with a sad story.
Well, he'd be going to San Jose with a sad story, and maybe friends or whoever asked him, so how did DreamHack go? Well, you know, I got to this level of the tournament and I lost to this guy 3 times in a row with the same thing I couldn't defend.
That would be a bad way to go.
All right, Jaedong's going to open up here with a hatchery first. He switched up from game 1, hatchery first, game 2 to the spawn and pull first, game 3 back over to the hatchery first here. We'll see if he tries to open up 3 hatch here, but we do see San on the other side of things, changing it up himself. Staying away from the gateway expands and deciding to go for a Nexus first.
Okay, I like this mix-up from San. Getting a little bit more greed early on, can go for a much stronger kind of mid-game with a little bit of a more powerful economy. And we'll have to wait and see if San is actually going to go for 3 base, or is he going to commit to a 2 base timing, which I kind of get the impression he will do. It seems to be his style, and it seems to be what Jaedong has so much trouble against. Jaedong going for a gas before pull here. So he wants to get Zerglings very, very quickly, around 6 minutes, so he can take map control, completely shut down anything that's on the map, and cancel a 3rd base if he desires.
Well, Pro pokes in here for San, seeing that gas has been taken early, and then going to back out from this position. What are some of the more common follow-ups here for San, do you think, that you run into often from a Nexus first here? What does this power you up to potentially do?
Well, I mean, San is playing in a kind of unusual way. Quite often, even on this map, you will see a Stargate. It can help out a lot going Oracle, and it can help you try and secure a 3rd base, though it is so hard on this map because every base on the lower ground here, outside the natural, is so open and so vulnerable to surrounds from all sides.
Well, Jaedong hasn't got any information in this game. You think that he's taken the approach to get the Zergling speed early, just to be like, all right, I'm controlling it. I'm controlling the early game from the 6-minute mark. It's mine. Yep. You move out, you're dead.
Well, he wouldn't be dead, but
well,
he shouldn't be dead. But
the Probe and Zealot would be dead.
The Probe and Zealot, and maybe the Stalker will be dead. But yeah, I think it's a good change from what Jaedong has been doing so far, because obviously he is dying in the early game to these silly aggression with these pylons around the map. Get Zergling speed early, take the map, just take complete control of it, and from there you can play out the rest of the game. Maybe in a better mid game, maybe Jaedong can actually macro a little bit before he has to deal with any sort of aggression.
Well, to the top left-hand side here, a probe has snuck out. And the Overlord just slightly right to it, did see it, and Jaedong, I was watching through his vision, saw it as well, so he's going to be in hot pursuit of that probe, not allowing any easy pylons to be built. And he's there waiting, Zerglin there, tracks it straight away. Nice and easy catch.
Yeah, very important catch, actually. It's going to really stop any sort of proxy pylons going down, any sort of aggression. But hang on a second, the Zerglin ended up running away from it. So
just lost him.
Yeah, the probe lives, and the threat of a pylon on the map, a threat of another all-in can happen. Oh, but a robo here, okay.
So tech choice has been thrown down. Robotics facility over Stargate, and of course over any other gateways here. And this is going to be important information for Jaedong to pick up here. I mean, knowing and not knowing is huge upon a robotics facility. And why, Moonglade? Why is it?
Why is it a robo? That's a great question, Apollo.
Oh, why is it so important for Jaedong to see this? Well, or not see it in this regard?
It is very important, so he knows exactly how to react to it. I mean, it could be a Warp Prism, it could be an Immortal, and I mean, I wouldn't put it past Sand considering how he's played so far. And we do see a Sentry kind of zone out an Overlord in the main base. He doesn't want to let any scouting in.
Yeah.
And we only see 2 gases so far as well. So I'm very, very interested to see what we're going to see out of this Robo.
Well, through Jaedong's vision, I mean, he sees extra gateways being added on, but quite late gases on the natural here.
Well,
so I'm pretty sure he's a little bit worried. He's thrown in Spine Crawlies. He lost the probe as well, remember?
Yeah, well, you know what? The one thing that he does see also is that there is gases at the natural, which is going to be a change from the last 2 games. He's like, okay, you're going for a different kind of tech here. You're not going to be going for that 5-gate all-in.
All right.
And it's going to be an Immortal. It's going to be a Warp Prism with Sentries into Immortal all-in. So that is the choice of Sand for this game. Another 2-base timing. Not a bad choice in this map because it is a very, very hard map for Protoss to kind of go macro on.
The Warp Prism has been spotted here by an Overlord just outside the main base.
Oh, very important here.
2 Spines are finished. Jaedong chose a fast layer, and through that is going to place a Spire on the other side of the map here through an Overlord spreading creep.
Okay.
16 Zerglings on the way here.
I kind of like the Spire, but it's going to be how quickly can it be up before this Immortal comes as well. That's the scariest thing of all.
And Probe has been found finally and will go down, so no pylon on the left-hand side of the map. All nice slowing tactics here.
Very, very nice. And, you know, these sentries have not found anything, but one thing it did do is scout the gases on the 3rd base. He saw another one building, so he's like, huh, you can be going for Hydras, you can be going for Mutas. I should probably make a move on the map.
Yeah, but the Spire's not very far away from finishing now, just 40 seconds, and there's no anti-air at all. There's sentries, of course, that can do a little bit of damage here. He does obviously have the capability of warping Stalkers, but imagine if the Warp Prism got sniped or something along the lines with the Mulas that come out immediately here. Jaedong's going to take a fight in the middle, loses a couple of Zerglings here. Spire almost done. This information is still kept away from Sand. Is it going to work? Will this be enough, this Spire play?
I think it might be just a little too late here. It's going to be finished by the time the Immortals hit the 3rd base.
Yeah, Jaedong sacrificing it. He's building Spines on the 2nd.
Yeah, he's going to have to get rid of it. And you know what? I think that's a good move. He can still go 2-base Muta against this, but all Sand is going to have to do is identify and make Stalkers, and maybe he can follow this up with a finishing all-in. But for now, it looks like Sand is going to try and maximize the damage he can do. That's actually a lot of sentries, enough to kind of fight Mutas for a little while.
Spine's finishing up here. Sand's going to march up the ramp. Zerglings are going to come from behind here, but the Mulas are not quite ready. 4 Queens come to the defense. The Mulas pop out now, and Sand finally identifies what's going on. And Jaedong going to start to try to target down these Guardian Shields, or the sentries for the Guardian Shields. Hallucinated Stalkers do warp in. Is Jaedong going to make the defense? These Spine Crawlers are finishing very fast, and Sand is crushing through this.
He is crushing through this. At the same time, though, the Mutas are cleaning up all the anti-air. Looks like the Natural is going to take a lot of damage. The Immortals are targeting it, actually, but the Mutas are targeting down the Immortals at the same time. So many Zealots still left over here, and the economy, at the very least of Jaedong, has been destroyed.
But there's not enough Stalkers right now, though. A couple of them are getting picked off. The hatchery goes down. Jaedong will defend, but he loses his economy. He loses this Natural. 2 bases.
2 bases, and at the same time, 2 Stargate go down in the Natural here. The perfect counter to Mutas, but can he get them up in time? We see Stalkers being warped in. He needs a little bit more before he can actually fight this many Mutalisks.
Yeah, this looks like Sand's just going to sit down, buckle tight on 2 bases, defend with Stalkers. He's got a Guardian Shield available as well.
This is do or die for Jaedong. He has to make it happen now, or he will lose the game.
Photon Overcharge activated. Phoenix is on the way here. This is not good for Jaedong. Sand just has to hold on. Jaedong's going for it right now, right here on this 2nd base. But with the Photon Overcharge, additional Stalkers, the Phoenix is about to pop out. This is just looking like a sorry story here for Jaedong today, as he's not able to keep up with Sand. He's trying to bring these units down. Zerglings do flood in. Phoenix is popping out. He uses an Overseer to slow down the production of these Phoenixes.
Yeah.
But there is so little production for Jaedong off just a single hatchery.
Yeah, it just isn't enough. And I mean, thank God he saved that Mothership core so he can do 2 Photon Overcharges in his main and natural. That saved him so much economy. It kind of saved his life as well. And with this many Phoenix coming out here, so long as he micros them correctly, he should be able to clean up the rest of these Mutalisks.
6 more Zerglings coming across the other side of the map. Jaedong trying to replenish his 2nd base. Sand for the first time in this game. He's going to fall behind in supply, and Jaedong keeps these Mutalisks. He's still trying his best. Remember, if he messes this up, if he doesn't kill Sand or slow him down dramatically, Jaedong is going to be eliminated. He's killed off a lot of these Phoenixes, but the Mutalisk count finally is starting to wear down here. Just 5 remain. as San starts to stabilize.
As this is all happening, we did see Jaedong put a hatchery down at the natural and the third base. So, you know, Jaedong kind of trying to make a transition here. He doesn't want to end it on a complete all-in from one base, but it's going to be so hard to make a tech switch because he's making a Hydra Den, and he kind of wants to go that direction. I completely understand that because there's no way you're going to make enough Muta and Corruptor to deal with that many Stargate units.
Well, Jaedong did manage to pick off about 11 probes throughout that Moonglade, so he has slowed down San a little bit here, and through that time has been able to pick up his second base again, and now he's rebuilding that third.
But you know what? I think we could see San simply just mass Phoenix and kill the Hydra. That's how poor Jaedong's economy is at this point.
And the Warp Prism is actually swinging around inside the main base here, so Jaedong's gonna have to deal with that. Hydras may pop at the convenient time here to help defend this.
Yeah, they might indeed, but at the same time, we're seeing Zelts warp in, and the Phoenix are going to help out this so much. They're going to pick up these Hydras and make this pretty one-sided battle in the main base of Jaedong.
Absolutely here. Great play here from San. Nice set of warp-ins, and the Phoenixes, as you pointed out, crucial in this forward aggression here. Spore Crawler has finished up to help the defense, but the Phoenixes are just outweighing Jaedong here, and unfortunately, Jaedong, who entered this series feeling confident, as he said this mix on stage, has just been completely smashed out of this tournament as San makes a 3-0, makes this look incredibly easy. Jaedong half the supply, and with continued warp-ins now of Sentries, he can control the main base, control the ramp, and pick off the lair. Everything else inside, GG is called. San takes a very quick 3-0.
That was insanely quick. That was even quicker than the Hero Tasia games. I didn't think that would be possible, but, you know, very well played from San, very aggressive, and this is exactly what we know about San. He loves to play that aggressive style of eOnZerG, and he's so good at it. So good at it.